Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution here on the Jurassic Park Podcast. So we're jumping back into my Build a Dream series, heading straight back onto Isla Nublar as you can see, and today we are going to be looking at getting the Giganotosaurus hatched. We're going to be hatching the Stygimoloch, and we're also going to look at putting in a new transport point, I think. So we're getting close now, guys. We're getting close to finishing this park, which is really, really exciting. And that was really, really cool. You guys might have just seen the Pachycephalosaurus reference to Friar Tuck by Roland Tembo as one of the quotes, which I absolutely love because I recently, at the time of recording this, posted a photograph of a Pachycephalosaurus, so it's just very, very fitting timing wise. So I think the first thing we're going to do is, like I said, put a monorail station in. Before we do that though, it makes sense to get our Stygimolochs hatching and ready to go. So we will keep going down to them. There we go. I absolutely love how adorable Stiggy looks in this. It's fantastic. And they're really growing on me, actually, as one of my favourite kind of skull-headed dinosaurs. I really, really liked Dracorex from Primeval, but actually Stygimoloch is starting to grow on me now, which is really cool. So, while that incubates, we are going to... Why have I got angle snap on? There we go. We're going to put a... Oh. We're going to put a monorail station here. We're going to grab onto the end here, and we're going to try and swing it back over to the other one, which is over here. So, you know, we're looking quite good, actually. There's that there. Why is that obstructed? Right, we might have to get a little bit creative with how we're doing this. Yeah, we will. So, we'll go from here, up and around. And I'm kind of going to hope that is going to come down and connect in there. There we go, beautiful. So you can see we've got our monorail all rigged up to continue around the park. And then, it's a shame you can't tag on to the end of the arrival points, actually. What I think we're going to do as well, actually, is try and change the way that this connects. So rather than connecting like that, I think we're going to, like, swing it around like that. Yeah. Just so then this side makes more sense to have this side open to go down to the Carnosaur. Carnosaur? Why do I keep saying that, guys? I did that last episode. I'm doing it this episode, apparently. But yeah, it would just make more sense to have that ready to kind of go down to the carnivore paddock. There we go. That also looks a lot nicer. Sleek little ride around. Then you come over to here. Yeah, I like that. That works. So we've got our Stygimolochs ready to go. Get these guys released and put them into their paddocks. So we'll get our ACU. We'll let them hatch first, then we'll get our ACU ready to rock and roll. We've got this paddock here for them. And then we want to hatch the Giganotosaurus as well, which is really exciting. We're actually doing really well for time as well. I kind of didn't realise we've only eaten into a couple of minutes so far, so we might have time to do some more stuff as well. So actually, while we are working on this, we're going to get rid of some of this good old foliage here, level out some of this ground, and I think... How many paddocks could we fit down here? We're going to have a play with some of the spacing down here. So I want to get rid of all that water. I definitely feel like this little corner here is going to be one paddock. And this far end actually will probably be where we have our T-Rex. I'm thinking. So we're going to start to kind of like build a paddock here for it. Just because it makes sense to do so. I feel like that's quite a nice size for a Rex paddock. Add a little bit extra there. There we go, that looks like a nice size for a Rex paddock, doesn't it? And then we can potentially put another big carnivore here as well. So I'm just kind of putting that there for now just to visualise where those paddocks are eventually going to go. Got some Stygia monarchs let out on the loose, so we better get ACU to trank these guys.
Acknowledged.
There'll be one more coming out in a second. I'm actually going to cancel that one and make that the last one, just so then we avoid blocking the doors like we have done in past episodes. And then we're going to trank that one as well. So let's see how our brachiosaurs are back up to full health now because we put some water in last episode, so that is that problem solved. Fantastic. I guess really while we're doing this we'll start to put some paddocks in down here. So we can have another paddock here. This is probably going to be a Spinosaur paddock. There we go. Then maybe one more big carnivore here. Some little carnivores here. Yeah, that looks good, you know. So we will put... Oh, do you know what? We might make them some little paddocks actually that have got a mixture of dinosaurs in them. Because I know like Metriacanthosaurus and Dilophosaurus have been put in the same pen in the past in one of the missions I've done. So we could potentially look at putting them in these. Bring them out a little bit. Bring it down. Yeah, do you know what? This is actually going to be quite a bit of space. How are we looking there? Where's that joined up? That is actually, yeah, we've got space for quite a few carnivores actually, a lot more than I was expecting. Even if we were to maybe tighten up a bit, put another one on the side here as well actually. Yeah, look at how we're looking, guys. We've got some funky shapes going, but it's just because I want space for other stuff as well. But I think we're going to be quite set to go with these. And then I kind of want to have this like come through here. And just like connect back up with this path as well. Just because it makes sense. It makes sense to have lots of mobility options. So, that's kind of that looking set to go, I reckon. We'll get these dinosaurs transported and then we'll start looking at matching up things to those paddocks, working out what we want to go in each of those paddocks, and we'll go from there, really.
Asset to be collected. Asset requiring collection. Asset collection request received. Picking up asset.
Okay, and then while we hatch these guys, we're going to get it ready. I forgot Suchomimus was in this game. We might actually put that in a paddock. Here we go. Right, I definitely have a feeling this paddock might not be big enough for it, and if it's not, then we will repurpose. Right, so let's start getting these ready.
Transportation underway.
So say for example this is the T-Rex paddock. What are we going to want? Going to want a couple of these.
Transportation in progress.
You're also probably going to want a tower. Helps if I choose the right thing. Like one of those, like there. Then here. Again, we're going to want these so you can see what's going on. Kind of actually quite a good view. It is going to be tight down here. I don't think we're going to have any space for like restaurants or things, which is unfortunate, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And you do notice that, okay, that's cool. You do notice that a lot of parks and things actually don't have restaurants everywhere. So at zoos, for example, you tend to have a centralised area that has got like all of their amenities and everything else that guests need, and then the rest of the area for like attractions and things doesn't really have any of that. So that's something that we can look at playing with here. I don't think that's going to want to snap on there. There's probably not enough room, no. Maybe there though. Oh, that's unfortunate. There we go. So we're kind of looking quite good now. So what we're going to do is grab a hold of this path here, put it into curve mode, and just keep it like curving through. Like down there is where it will, actually no, do you know what, yeah, we'll go straight down into that. We'll bring this over. There we go, that's looking quite good. We've got space for other things here, which is always handy actually. Actually, yeah, if we were to say put a gift shop, a fast food restaurant, a toy shop, yeah, it's gonna look good. And a bar. There we go. Then we can actually run grey path down here. And we'll put a bunker at the end there as well. So we'll put those in, there we go, that's looking quite nice. Then we will link these up with fancy narrow paths. Kind of curve that one down and in, so that looks quite good. Then maybe put an arcade down here, and at the very end, right at the top, we have a bunker. No, we don't. I've selected the wrong thing. There we go. Just so then it's all connected up. So that looks like quite a good area. Then we've still got space to put more amenities and things in. So we'll curve that around. It's quite funny seeing all the guests coming down here, because obviously there's nothing here yet. So they are literally coming down to look at nothing. What we do need to do as well is put gates on each of these paddocks. There we go, that's looking quite good. So that's a lot of our carnival area kind of set. We need to put gates on each of these actually. Gate there. Put that like there. There. They're all ready to get turned into habitable paddocks. And here, I think we want a monorail station. There. That's that connected up. Perfect. Wicked, so that's an entire functioning monorail system going across the whole park. Cool, that's really cool. So that's like our core connective infrastructure. Okay, let's see how the Stygimolochs are settling in. Are they happy? They are. Are they thirsty? Have I put water in here? Probably not. Oh no, I have. Have I put food in here? No, I haven't. There we go.
And guests will be arriving shortly.
There we go, there's a few feeders in there, so they're happy. Right, this one we're actually going to watch because I've never seen it before. Oh, wow. Oh, boy, that thing is big. Wow. Alright. So we've hatched a Giganotosaurus. Time to trunk this bad boy, get it put in its paddock, and then we're going to wrap it there for this episode. So, got all of this carnival space down here to work with. Can put in some amenities and other things down here, and then we'll kind of go from there. So we're almost there now, guys. I reckon we've got another one, maybe 2 episodes of this series to go, and then we'll get to our cinematic showcase. I'm actually going to terraform some of this land quickly. Right, so let's see what it thinks of this paddock.
Acknowledging accurate.
If it doesn't like it, then we can put something like Ceratosaurus, or maybe, you know, something else in it. Got space here still to put a couple more paddocks in, so we'll do that, and then we'll go from there, really. So once this Giganotosaurus gets dropped off, we will call it an end of the episode. He's just chilling, just getting lifted up.
Asset transportation underway.
I wonder what the view looks like from this hotel. Oh, that's cool. That is really nice. I'm really happy with how this map is looking, because it's kind of got hubs of activity, like you got Main Street, everything going on, the kind of more scientifical area, and then not much else is going on really. You've got big open paddocks filled with creatures, which is exactly what I wanted, to be honest, so I'm really happy with how this thing's coming together. So Giganotosaurus
Asset transportation complete.
is not going to be happy. What do you not have? Oh wow! We managed to make it the perfect habitat! So interesting, this dinosaur's fully red, so you can't have a social score with it. So you can't put anything else in terms of its species in the same habitat as it, but you can put other carnivores in with it. So we might look at putting some Deinonychus in with it, potentially. There we go. Absolutely stunning looking dinosaur. Another favourite of mine from Primeval. There's a sequence in Primeval where a Giganotosaurus breaks out on an airfield, and it's really cool. So really nice to have this one in the game. So guys, there we go. That's going to mark an end to this episode. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And make sure you come back next week when we are going to be putting even more carnivores in our park at last.